Hi. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's chat, we're going to talk about how to keep your man happy. Give me a second. Let me share this link, please. And also invite your friends and tag them to join us. Thank you for the like. Good to see you. And whilst we wait for our friends to join in, if you have any questions with regards to how to keep your man happy, kindly go ahead and like and ask the question, and I'm going to answer as we go along. One second. Yeah. I really appreciate you for joining me. Okie dokie. Okay, so how are you today? Kindly go ahead and let me know how you're feeling. How is the weather treating you wherever you're calling from? You can also type it in and let me know where you are watching from, where you're joining me from. It's very necessary that we know. I'm here speaking from California, and my name is Christy. You can call me Dr. Christy, but Christy works well as well. In today's chat, we're going to talk about how to keep your man happy. We've done how to keep a woman happy. Someone is asking in our group, we should talk about how to keep a woman happy. We will do that again, not a problem. Today we're doing how to keep a man happy. Now there's so many ways you can keep a man happy and so many ways by which you can keep your man. How do you do this? First of all, communication. It's one of the major and most important things that you need to do in order for you to keep your man happy. How do you do that? You talk through issues that you have. Instead of bottling up things and keeping problems inside, talk, ask questions, things you don't understand, comments that your wife makes, things your husband makes, comments your spouse makes. Just ask and talk about things. I'm sure men do appreciate very much when women ask questions instead of bottling things in and then screaming when everything goes like haywire. So do your best. I'm trying to adjust the camera. So do your best to constantly and regularly ask and talk about issues. That's one of the best ways you can be able to solve problems. Now, you should also give him the chance to voice any issues he may be having. Don't take issues he comments about personal. Try and see it as somebody expressing things that are not right in their eyes. Same way you would want him to listen to you when you have a problem as a woman, he also wants you to listen to him. And once he expresses it, try and understand. Don't take it personal. And then if you have to apologize, go ahead and apologize. I know women have the tendency to start all the screaming and the drama. Not all women, some women. However, if you are able to say, hey, Mike, I do understand what you're saying, and I'm sorry about that. However, this is what I meant when I said this, or this is what I meant when I did that. That way, both of you getting to a place where you can communicate peacefully without anybody getting angry and upset about anything. Now, it's also necessary that you give him space. Sometimes the men need space, especially now with social media and everything else. Most men are home and they might be on their phone, maybe chatting to coworkers and stuff, and a wife might feel like, oh, is he chatting to a girlfriend or something? The truth about this whole thing is when they are at work and they are working and you're not working with them, you definitely do not know what's going on. However, if they're able to come home and chat with somebody, try and get to know whom they are chatting with. Sometimes it's just a nice coworker, somebody who must have shared lunch with them to show their appreciation for something they've done for him. And so don't get upset as soon as you find that your spouse is talking with somebody. Just be patient and understanding. That's how you go about not fighting, and the man is going to be happy to explain, oh, I saw you chatting with this lady. Is that your coworker? How is she? How well does she do at work? So you just want to ask questions that will make him upset, versus if you go like, oh, who is that? How come you're home and you're chatting with someone else and you don't have time for me and stuff like that? Maybe you've just had breakfast together. That's time for you. Maybe you've been doing a few things together. You just woke up together. And so if you need him to make time for you, all you have to do is to express it with your words. Hello, Michael, are you able to spend about 30 minutes with me or 1 hour with me, just you and me, so we can talk about this? So I have something to discuss with you. Is it okay to put your phone on the side so we can have this conversation? By doing this, your spouse become very understanding, and he will pretty much do, if not everything, he will do most of the things you ask. Okay, so it's necessary for us all to be patient in our communication and not misinterpret. 1 second, let me respond to this, please. Thank you for waiting. Yeah, and so yeah, and if you have a question, kindly go ahead and ask, or a contribution. Everything is welcome. I do appreciate when people are indicating they can hear, they understand, they have questions, and all those good stuff. It's very motivating, as I always say. So once you accept that you both need some personal space, then you will be very much happier as a couple and will enjoy and appreciate the time you do spend together. Why? Because you might also need some time, maybe as a woman, to go out shopping, to go out and do a few things. The same thing, the guy also does need space every now and then. So don't take it personal and allow him to get that small space that he can get. This is going to be a really quick one. The other thing that you would have to do if you want to make your man happy is to remember that the relationship is a two-way street. It takes both. It takes two. One person cannot be in a relationship with themselves. I've seen situations where somebody will say, oh no, I don't want anyone, I'm in a relationship with myself. Well, that's cool, but fortunately you might not be able to communicate. Your laughs and smiles might be limited. It takes two to be in a great relationship. And so remember that in a relationship, it takes the two of you. For the relationship to work, it takes two people. So if you are putting in all of the effort and getting nothing in return, you have to ask yourself, is this worth it? Is this worth my time? Am I doing the right thing? Even if your relationship is going fine, there may be something else bothering you and making you unhappy. It's necessary for you to talk about it, to ask about it, and try and fix it. Don't let it stay for much longer, and then your relationship starts falling apart before you start running to go find help and go find support. Get solution as soon as issues arise. It's necessary. Now also show love and appreciation. Be appreciative of your spouse. Let him know that even buying water for the house, emptying the trash, washing his own cup, even if it's just that one cup, those little things that your spouse might be doing for you at home, try and make sure that you appreciate it. The more you show appreciation, he's going to be doing more of it, you know. And so let's not take anything for granted. Sometimes we feel like, oh, he's supposed to do it, he's supposed to know that I need this, how come he's not doing it, you know. Don't make things look like supposed to. You just be patient and understanding, and then your spouse will be able to do more of the things. Don't take all of the small wonderful things that your man is doing for granted. Be thankful. We all need some thanks. We all need to be appreciated every now and then. Now, when he does these little nice things for you, you might even do something in return, or you can say, you know what, because you did this for me today, I'm going to cook your special meal today. Maybe you can take a break. You don't have to empty the trash because I really appreciate you. These are the things that you can also do for them to know that you appreciate them. There are some women who will always do or cook meals that their husband don't like when they get upset. And so there are some, when you realize your wife has made food that you don't like, then you might want to ask yourself as a man, what did I do? Is something wrong? And try and solve that problem. It's very essential. Now, and so I'm going to ask a question. What is a sign that your relationship may be in trouble? Can you tell? Will you be able to know? Now, some questions are, you and your partner are arguing. If you are arguing every now and then, it's okay. But when the argument becomes constant, consistent, regularly, then it means there's a problem. You both must sit back and ask yourself, what do we have to do? What did we not do? And try and fix the problem. Also, maybe your partner might want some time alone. Time alone is okay, but when the person is asking for time alone continuously and consistently, then there is a problem and you want to find out and address that. It's very necessary. Sometimes you put in most of the effort and the other partner isn't putting in any effort, then there's a likelihood of a possible problem and you would want to address it. They're not contributing to anything to make the relationship a happy one or a successful one. Thank you all for joining. I see you. Can you say hi, or if you have a question, you're welcome to ask as well. Now, if you are not feeling happy in your relationship, then that means there's a problem and you want to start addressing it. Now, let's continue with how to make your man happy. Make him feel secure. How do you make your man feel secure? By not dressing in a way that he doesn't want you to dress. Being honest with your man about where you're going. Not trying to tease by saying maybe you're going to visit your ex male friend, your ex boyfriend, or stuff like that. Men don't want that. It's always good to even dip or just not talk about your ex relationships too much. It upsets them so much. If I'm lying, you can ask men. And if you are a man on here, you can let us know. If your lady keeps telling you about her ex, would you be happy? Would you like it? Would you want to know? I know some men will say yes, I want to know so that I know whom I'm dealing with or whom to watch out for. But usually most men don't want to know. It's more like, don't ask, don't tell. It's sometimes a helpful way to manage a relationship. Now, even if he doesn't necessarily like to hear the truth, the fact that you are both being honest or you're being honest with him, it builds trust, you know. And for any relationship to be successful, there's a need for trust. Trust is very essential. And so I always also tell people, If you have some really bad relationship experiences, bad you've been in bad relationships in the past, try not to dwell too much on it. And do not compare your man to an ex relationship. If that ex relationship was good, why are you with your new man now? If that ex relationship was good, then why are you here now? You understand me? Yeah. And so if you have been in a relationship with someone, it probably worked for you back in the day, but it's not working for you anymore. Don't throw out all these things and issues in the face of your new man, because you're going to be upsetting him a lot. If you can hear me, kindly let me know, please, if you cannot hear me. Yeah, I think the reception has some issues. I'm not sure, but please let me know if you cannot hear me so I can see if I'll be able to adjust things here. All right. And thank you for joining. I really appreciate you. I do see all of you. And so, yeah, that's what you do. No need for teasing with your ex relationships. Like I said, your ex relationships are your ex relationships and they are no good for you. That's why you are in here with a new person, with your new man. So, make your new man happy. That should be your focus. And your new man is also going to make you happy. Um, yeah, and the other thing you can do to make your man happy is to compliment him a lot. Compliment him over things that they do that you like or things he does that makes you happy. Men love to be complimented just as much as women do. Who doesn't love a compliment? So don't be stingy with your praise and compliments if you are a woman. I know you might feel like, oh, he's a man. He's got to be bold. He's got to be brave. But it's okay to say, hey, I like what you're wearing. Thank you for doing this. I really appreciate you. Oh, your haircut is one of the best you've ever had. Even if you have to always say the haircut is one of the best, that's okay. Sometimes you can even be laughing about that. You can joke about that, seeing that every new haircut he gets, you say, oh, this is one of the best haircuts you've ever had, right? He will be laughing and say, you always say that. It doesn't mean you're lying, but you're also spicing up your relationship and trying to make it happy, trying to make it work for the both of you. Now tell him he looks good in an outfit. Don't lie if you don't like the outfit. Don't go like, oh, how come you're wearing this? This is a messy clothes. I never like it. It looks this, it looks that. No, I like what you're wearing, but maybe that one in blue fits you the most. So you see, the next time he's going to wear that blue, he might be buying more blues, and so criticize without being angry and not being nice. Just be nice in everything that you have to say. All right? It's very necessary. Men like to be praised in front of other people. Even if you are not very happy about something he did, if something comes up and you have to praise him over something else that he does well, go ahead and do that. And then when you have time, when it's just the two of you, talk about the things he did that you didn't like. That's how we deal with issues. Don't be stingy with your praises. It encourages the man to know that you really care. Now, don't forget, as a lady, the things you are not saying to the woman, when he goes outside, someone is going to be saying it to him. So you want to be doing that for him whilst he's with you at home. That way, when he goes out, he knows that his wife cherishes him more than someone else. Now, don't try to make him jealous. I think we talked about that, but it's one point that is very necessary. Always that can backfire, especially even with younger girls who are dating men and then they try to tease them with, oh, this other guy likes me, I'm gonna go out with lunch for him with him since you don't take me to lunch. Well, some man will say, okay, then go ahead. What have you done to yourself? You hurt yourself. You've broken up your relationship for nothing, right? It was a silly joke. So don't joke with teasing your spouses with someone else. Now be his support system. What does that mean? He might have family members, he might have people who would care about him or people who care about him, but you want to be the one that he can really rely on if nobody else is listening. If he's having a bad day at work, or has an argument with a family member, he should be able to come to you and talk to you about what happened without you being judgmental. Being judgmental will make the relationship a really terrible one. Remind him of all the reasons why you think he's great and why you should not be unkind to him, or why he shouldn't feel depressed or low about things that are going around. Make him feel good about himself again, and he'll feel happy and grateful towards you. Men are happy. You can tell when your man is happy, and it's very easy to please a man. So respect him, which is the last point that I want to talk about. Show respect to your man. Your man needs you to respect him. I know the women also needs respect, but we're talking about the man today. The same way you need him to respect you, he also needs to be respected. Don't belittle him in front of his family members. Don't belittle him in front of men, other men or other women. The whole point is you want him to trust that, you want people to see that your man is one of the best things that has ever happened to you. And always let him know that you need his support, and even if possible, that without him you can do well. It doesn't mean kowtow to him and let him walk over you, but let him see that you need him. That way, when he goes out and he's trying to cheat, or a lady is trying to make him do stuff he shouldn't do, he's gonna remember you. That, oh no, I have this woman at home, this wife at home, who trusts me and cherishes me so much. I won't waste that for anything. Now I'm going to ask another question. When you are trying to be more honest and open with your partner, what are some of the things should you do? What is important for you to do? Now, my answer to this is you make sure you're building trust when you're being open by telling him things. Avoid hurting his feelings, and I'll tell them every single detail about what you are doing. Men love to know. They have to know, and it's good. We all do want to know, but men love to know. If he knows where you are, if he knows what you're doing, then there won't be worry, because probably you met your ex somebody and then you tell him, oh, you're going to that same shop that you guys met. He might have this feeling you're probably going to be meeting that guy to have a conversation. So you want to let him know that, oh no, I'm going to the shop, I'm going to pick up some sticks or this, do that, and then I'll be right back. If I'm delayed, I might be stuck in traffic. Give him excuse me. The other thing that men would love is you can give him a massage during the evenings after their hard day at work. Choose a day that is easy and comfortable for the both of you, and then give him a massage a night in. You don't have to spend money at the spa. Just buy some lavender, essential oils, something nice, fragranced perfume, and do your own massage at home. Be generous with your time. Allow some time so that both of you can enjoy. You can also you choose certain days, times in the day or in the week. Cook his favorite meal every now and then. That shows that you're thinking of him, you have him in mind, not just what you want to eat. Pick a recipe that he would love. You can even do it together. Ask him to just do something small on it if he doesn't know how to cook. And there are some men who can really cook. And so when they cook, appreciate them. Let them know that it tastes like one of the best. Don't make it seem like they have to cook because you get to cook, and so you have to cook, and all that fight and quarreling back and forth. It's not necessary. Now, do something spontaneous. What can you do? Inject some fun into your man's life by planning date nights. Now, because of COVID these days, some things you can do for a date night would be to cook your favorite meal, buy some drinks, apple juice, whatever drinks you like, and then a candle, which you can get from shops and they are not expensive. You can use a glass and turn it upside down as a glass stand if you don't have a proper glass stand. And there you go, you've planned your dinner date. When he comes in, tell your children, guys, you know what, today is a daddy and mommy time, and I need you guys to go and sleep or go into your room, or even let the kids watch something if you have kids, and then enjoy your time with your men. Men do appreciate that a lot, because if they come home every day to a busy lady who is dressed anyhow, tattered with sauces and soups and food and dirt all over his clothes, he's gonna be going out after work with this lady who looks clean, sharp in those mini skirts and you will be losing your man. So give your man your best, no complaining, switch things up and make him smile. Make an effort with your appearance, and that is just a hint of what I just said. When your man is gone to work, if you are the one home, make sure that he comes to meet you looking nice and clean and beautiful. Don't meet him with all your clothes with soups and sauces. No man wants that, right? You want to dress and look good, even if you are out, even if he's out and you are home, it's still fine for you to dress nicely. Sorry, I was reading a message that just came through. Now take the lead in bed. Sometimes you can do that. You don't always have to wait for the man. I know a couple whose relationship, um, like they had to separate because the man said the lady didn't show that she really wanted him, and so when it was time for the bread of heaven, it always had to be the man who was asking, and the lady would say, oh, I'm tired, I'm sleepy, I've been working all day and this and that, and so the relationship would just disintegrated and everybody went their separate ways. And this is something small that you can fix. I know in certain cultures, making the move becomes a problem, but you don't have to really do much. Just by maybe you wear your favorite clothing, pajamas, and whatever you do to send the message, it's helpful. Just do what you do that makes it work. Yeah, and so I'm pretty much about done. And so if you have any questions, let me see if there are any questions here that I can read from our group. And whilst you are here too, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly go ahead and hit on the subscribe button, and I will be seeing you again. And I do appreciate all of you. Let me see. Someone says, they make themselves happy first before they make somebody happy. That's okay. You have to make yourself happy. However, if you want your relationship to work, sometimes something must give, right? That's good. Someone says it's God first. First, keep God happy before you make human happy, because humans are never happy. That might be true, but you can still do some things that can make someone happy. It's just like you don't have money and somebody comes around and gives you $5. At the moment, $5 wouldn't be much, but because you were so broke, $5 is going to make you happy, and it's going to be like a really great testimony, right? And so don't belittle little things that people do to show appreciation. Let me see if we have any more. Somebody says, okay, waiting for the one on how to keep your woman happy. Yes, we did that 2 days ago, but I'm going to redo it since you're asking. That's fine. I'll be able to do that. And then let me see what else we have here. So someone is responding to the other person. Have you mastered this other one about making men happy before you're asking whether to make a man a man happy? But either way, I hope you've learned something from this. I really appreciate all of you. Kindly go ahead, and if you have a question, you can ask under the video and I will address it in a later time. Thank you so much. And if you are single watching too, you can go on to finderseat.com. It's my dating page, and you can be able to choose your life partner, as everybody on there is looking for a soulmate and a long-term relationship. So thank you all so much. I do appreciate you, and I'll be seeing you again in my next one. Same time, same place, and same space. Take care and have a blessed day. Bye for now.